Well, hello, my couture crafters. Welcome back. Today we're doing swatches. Yes, I am finally embarking upon my journey of swatches. It's something that I've been needing to do forever. And once I do it, I think that I will be able to produce much better content with ease. This is Jennifer McGuire's template. She has the Altenew template, the most recent one, already on her site. All you have to do is print it out. I printed mine out on Nina on 80-pound cardstock. I'm cutting this all the way to the scissor marks. So I'm starting with this side closest to me. I'm lining up the dash marks and I'm stopping at the scissor mark. It's super important that you don't go all the way through. Of course, the first time that I did it, I wasn't thinking and I just went all the way through and I had to reprint it. So again, you're going to line up the dash marks with your bar or whatever you have, whatever trimmer you have, and then you're going to cut, or you're going to use your scissors and you're going to cut all the way up to that X mark. It's like a little scissor X mark up there. Do not slice all the way through, and I prefer to start from the bottom and just push the blade up to the scissors and then stop. Then you're going to turn it, and then you're going to start from the right. Make sure you start from the right. If you line up and start the other direction, you're going to make a mess on accident like I did. What I should have done that I did not do on this video is after I cut, I should have stacked those, because this is important that I keep them in order. I should have stacked those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and put them in order instead of just keeping going. I should have stopped and stacked it. So if you're doing Altenew and it's important that you keep it in order, please stop and put them in order, because right now you're going to watch me put them in order. And I had to go back on my computer screen and figure out which ones went where and what was in the set. It was just a little mistake on my part. You don't have to do that. So this is me putting them in order and like, yay, there they go. So I am now dusting off my ink pads because my house is where dust goes to die. All the dust in the world comes to live at my house. And so I'm just putting them in order from lightest to darkest. This set is called, I think it's Gentleman's Gray Suit, which is a warm gray, and it's so pretty. The colors are beautiful, but they're not colors that I would have thought to reach for or that I even knew that I had. So yeah, that's why we're doing this. I'm going to get reacquainted with my colors. I'm using my my regular Misty to do this. And I busted out my Altenew Basic Shapes stamp set. I like this stamp set. Of course I would, because it's a geographical looking stamp set. This is another error. I'm using a sample right here just to line everything up, and the sample that I'm using is not the Altenew print. The Altenew has that bold print and it looks a little different. Therefore, this stamp set fits differently when I put the Altenew set in. I might change it. I don't know if it really bugs me. I don't know. But that circle does not fit perfectly with the Altenew print. The spacing is a little different. One of them's bold. This is just some paper that I'm using to test the process. So I put one little swatch on the left, and then I put another one on the right. The one on the left is going to be the layered swatches. The one on the right is just going to be the regular swatch with the circle. I chose that flower because it has 4 different layers. So you'll see in a second exactly what I'm talking about. So for the first one, I'm inking up both of the stamps at the same time. When you're doing this, be careful where you put the magnets. I put the magnets all in the way a few times. Leave it to me. Now I'm moving the other swatch up a little bit to the 2-inch mark, and I'm leaving the other one right where it is. And this is just setting it up. This is not me actually going through and doing the swatches. I'm just setting it up. So I layer the next one so that it fits properly while the swatch is sitting at 2 inches. And I have a magnet on there. And now I'm going to grab the second color in the set, the second darkest color. When you're layering, usually you stamp the darkest color last. So I'm just looking to make sure that it's lined up properly. And then we're going to grab the second darkest color. The second lightest color. The next one in the set. And we're going to push that down, and look, we're building our layered stamp. That little circle in the bottom left is not doing anything right now. So now I'm grabbing the third layer, and we are putting that down on the 4-inch mark. We're just moving it on up, moving on up. And then we're going to pick that up. And then we're going to use the third color in the set. And then we're going to close it and get our impression. And this is just a sample. This is just, I'm checking to see if it's lined up okay, if I can live with it. Now I'm taking it and putting it at the between 6 and 4. These should be 2 by 2 squares. And we're just lining it up. Again, be careful where you place your magnets on this one. I could have placed this. Well, no, that's probably the best place for it to be. And now I'm grabbing the darkest color, which is the last layer in this bellflower set. This bellflower set is by Altenew also. And there we go. And now I can see what it looks like, if it's going to work. And it will. So now I'm going to start stamping the Gentleman Gray set. This is for realsies this time. I put the set in the top left corner, and I put just the regular swatch down there. The first color that we're stamping is Silver Lake. I think it's Silver Lake or Silver Gray. It's silver something. And I'm inking that first stamp and the swatch. The circle's the swatch, the solid. Now, do you see how it's not fitting perfectly? And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, is that going to bother me? I was like, let's just keep going with the video. So I'm using the circle, but the circle touches the words a little bit, which I don't love. And I had the magnet in the wrong place. So I had to stamp that flower twice. So I took out the circle swatch, and now I'm going to put in another one so that we do the next color at the same time. So we're basically getting a twofer when we're using the Misty this way. So I just wiped it off with the cloth. Since we're going in color order, I'm not worried about the colors contaminating or anything like that. I will be cleaning the stamps in between colors though, not color families. And now I'm pressing it down again. You see, I moved up the flower. Now I'm going to put another regular swatch in the bottom left. And so we're going to use our ink on the circle and the next part of the flower. And we'll close it. And I'm getting another layer, and I'm getting a new swatch, because the swatches aren't layered. I hope this is making sense. When Jennifer McGuire did hers, I was like, huh, what are you doing? So I was like, oh, I'll try it too. And I really like this because now it's set up for me to win. It still takes a bit of time, but once it's done, you don't have to worry about it anymore. So that's the last one right there. It's not lined up perfectly, but I get the gist of what's going on. And there we have it. We have all the swatches. Thank you guys. I hope you guys are swatching your stuff too. And I will see you next time.